Guys, can you hear me? Can you test it? Guys, can you hear me? Yes. Jennifer says she can hear me. Woo! Hi from London. Yes. Can you hear me, guys? Yeah, we can hear me. I can hear me. What is going on? I have never, ever, ever had this much interference before. This must be it, guys. This must be the big one, the absolute big one. This is unprecedented. In I've probably facilitated about 300 transmissions, and I have never ever had this much interference. So I personally see that as a good sign. That means that the work that we're going to do is going to be next level, brothers and sisters. So you're all so beautiful. I love you all so much. And I know that you're just so kind and so and whatever's going on, you're just so beautiful and and just accepting. Sound is clear. Love you all. So we'll just wait for everyone else to jump back on the call, and I think we need to clear the energy. Welcome, everybody. We'll just wait for our brothers and sisters to jump on the call. Love you all. Welcome to the 2-2 transmission, everyone. Happy imbolc. Imagine I couldn't do this without my boy. My boy, he's just like the missing link. I can't make the sound any different. You're gonna have to turn up your what do you call it, Kristen? Everyone else can hear it. Turn up your volume or try a different device. But this is Sonia. You can hear me, can't you, hum? Loud and clear. Sound is good now. Yes. Right. We're just gonna wait for everyone to jump on the call. Hopefully, people will realise that just to go to my page. If that link was broken, I mean, if that link was broken, it would be such an obvious thing that you would just like refresh the page, isn't it? So I'm just going to trust that everyone is going to be joining us who's meant to be here. And I just want to say welcome to everyone. Thank you all so much for hearing the call to be part of this very, very powerful work. And I'm getting a very, very clear indication from my team that this is going to be next level because of the level of interference. They've tried to, stop it, but it's not going to stop. No way. This makes us stronger and much more powerful and much more focused with our intention. So no worries. I actually think it's a good sign when stuff like that happens. It means that the energies are really, really, intense and strong. And this is a very, very good time for us to come together and to align our intentions. So welcome, everyone. I'm so looking forward to facilitating this transmission. And it's imbolc. And imbolc is probably one of the most beautiful ceremonies and pagan celebrations that is celebrated in Glastonbury. And I lived in Glastonbury for 20 years. And out of all the big, Beltane, Samhain, solstice, equinox, my favourite ceremony of the year has always been imbolc. I love working with the energies of Bridie, of Bridget. She's such a beautiful goddess, and she's very, very deeply connected to the energies of the Magdalene. So we're going to be receiving a very, very deep and auspicious meeting with Bridget, which is wonderful. And like auspicious doesn't even come close to describe, this alignment with the goddess Bridget on this auspicious day of imbolc. So I'm so happy to be bringing this Avalonial energy, very, very deep, sacred Avalonial energy to my beautiful community who I love so, so much. We're going to be doing big, big twin flame blessings. We're going to be working with powerful symbology. It's so important now, brothers and sisters, that these twin flame unions really, really start happening. The spiritual energies are ramping up. The photonic light particles are getting way, way more intense. And each time we have an upgrade of these photonic light particles, it's like they transform. Well, this is what I've been shown. Who knows? I won't know until I leave my body whether all my visions are accurate, but this is what I've been shown. as the photonic light particles spew forth from galactic central, as humanity's consciousness evolves and reaches that critical mass of awakeness, then that kind of like sends out a pulse to galactic central, and somehow those new codes get upgraded. And so, it's like in 1980 we were getting a certain level of photonic light codes, in the 90s a different level, in the 2000s a different level, and it just keeps on ramping up. And what they show me is that they're actually like, these photonic light particles could also be called, what they're called, like god codes. God, is that what they're called? God codes. I think they're called god codes. Is that it? God particles, that's it, they're called god particles. And they basically, they're like keys that interlink with our DNA. So our DNA is like, has been locked, it's been controlled, it's been programmed. And these light particles, because of their patterning, they somehow interfere or interact with our DNA, and they send our DNA very, very important information from the Godhead. And that is with regards to our evolution, our spiritual evolution, to come out of this 3D template. Like this 3D is basically a lie. 3D is a control matrix. It's like, this is really heaven on earth. Like, really, we should have all been born and our parents should have said, right, welcome to heaven on earth. It's all really great here. We all look after each other. We're all angels in human form. And, I just want the best for you. You're a free sovereign being. We just want you to follow your bliss in every single moment. That's what it really should be like. But of course it wasn't. And it isn't like that at all. And so this is because this is a false matrix. 3D is a false matrix. The programming of the third dimension is a false matrix. So you can call this the earthly realm, the physical realm, the physicalized realm, that's fine. But in terms of the actual programming of this notion that we are third dimensional beings, that we are just these, that we aren't multi-dimensional beings, this is a lie. This is a fallacy of the highest order. And so much of the work that, I'm guided to do is to awaken everyone out of that really, really heavy duty third dimensional program, you see, because we're God's creations. We're so beautiful, like all of us, like we're creatures of God. We're children of God. And so we've believed it. We've sucked it all up. Our parents told us to do this. Our schools told us to do that. We thought that they had our best interests at heart. It's only when we wake up and we're like, oh my God, they didn't know. They were in ignorance. They weren't doing it to hurt us. They were just perpetuating this ignorance. So these photonic light particles that are spewing forth from galactic central, they are specifically designed to interact with our DNA and to send information to our DNA for it to come out of its two-strand formation and to come into its multiple dimensional stranded formation, which is connected to the 12 strands. So the 12 strand doesn't end with 12 strands. From the 12 strand, once the 12 strand of the DNA has been activated, then the 24 strand is activated, 48 is activated, and all the way up. It's like the fifth dimension. It doesn't end at the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is the gateway point into unity consciousness. And then when you're in unity consciousness, i.e. fifth dimensional consciousness, Christ consciousness, God consciousness, unity consciousness, then you go to the sixth dimension, seventh dimension, eighth dimension, and above. But they are just a deepening and more of an expansive experience of God consciousness, because you can't go further into unity. Once you've reached unity, you're in unity. Do you know what I mean? You're not like going to have like another sort of, another union in seventh dimensional consciousness. It doesn't work like that. You're just going to keep on expanding into greater depth and understanding of your divinity, and to be able to hold much more greater energy. And this is exactly the same with the 12 strand. It doesn't stop at 12 strands. The 12 strand is the gateway point to the multiple dimensional DNA activation. So we have to get that 12 strand patterning right, corrected, because it was tampered with at the time of Atlantis. It was scrambled. Our DNA was scrambled. We're not a victim. This was allowed to take place. Mother, Father, God decreed this experiment was allowed to take place. No victims. And it was in order for us to have that experience of separation on the physical plane, in order to be individuated, to go off and have these experiences, in order to come back together again. Because every time we come back together again, it's even more rapturous, it's even more ecstatic, it's even more blissful after a temporary illusory period of separation. So that's what's going on, brothers and sisters. I'm just going to check the live stream now. Have we got everyone? We've got 300 people online. Earphones, do you make it volume really low? Oh my gosh. Guys, I can't sort out the volume. Volume up, please. Jen, can you bring your mic a bit closer to your face? Okay, guys, how's that? Is that better? Can you hear me? I'm so ready for this. Muffled sound. Volume up, please. Volume low. It's totally fine. I'm getting mixed messages, guys. I'm getting totally mixed messages here. I'm just going to do one little adjustment. Okay, bear with me. Okay, guys, come back. It was better. Much better than before. Volume better when you're closer. Okay. Okay. Right. I'll speak really, really close to the mic. No worries, guys. So mad, isn't it? All this equipment and this doesn't even work. Closer is much better. Jen, it's good. Thank you, Debs. Thank you, Kaylee. Okay. Please, I can't increase the volume. My volume is up full blast on my computer. And it's up full blast on okay, guys, everyone else is saying that they are hearing it. I think I might just go into my YouTube and just see if that's... Right. Sounds good. Everyone's saying this is going to be epic. Yeah, it's all good. And it's not even yours, right? Okay, guys, we're going to start this transmission. So just inviting everyone on the call to please sit down, find yourself in a very, very comfortable position. Just start closing your eyes and beginning to take some deep breaths. Breathing in through your navel center. And as you breathe out, relaxing your shoulders. On the next out breath, relaxing your jaw and relaxing all of your facial muscles. Bringing your awareness to all the places that your body is in contact with the floor or the chair. And giving yourself deep permission to relax. Feeling the sensation, the knowing that you are being supported. There is a force of great love and great benevolence that is eternally guiding you, watching over you, protecting you. It is safe now in this moment for you to give yourself permission to relax. Staying with your breath. As you breathe in, remembering to breathe out slowly and steadily. On the next out breath, connecting in with your grounding cord and visualizing your grounding cord coming out of your root center. And visualizing this grounding cord wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. Like a golden snake, it is wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. With each out breath, keep sending your grounding cord deeper and deeper. This time, send your grounding cord so deep that you activate your Earth Star chakra to begin spinning. Please observe your Earth Star chakra spinning now. And as it spins, it emits silvery powder, which is being sucked up like a straw by your grounding cord. Allow yourself to absorb this crystalline light powder that has been stored, waiting for this moment to be released from your Earth Star chakra, which is very deeply connected to your higher self. So just like a straw, allow yourself to absorb these crystalline codes and these crystalline frequencies. And you can visualize yourself now entirely being surrounded and subsumed by these crystalline light particles. Please visualize your arms, your torso, your face, your legs, underneath your arms, in between your fingers. Notice that your whole entire vessel is sparkling with crystalline light. Notice now that the Earth Star chakra is releasing a next level of the crystalline light powder, and it is now packing over the first layer. And now the crystalline light powder is wishing to be sent to any area of your body where there is an energetic block. For many of us, this will be in our neck and our shoulder area, where we have been entrained to carry a great deal of tension. So wherever it is in your body where there is some kind of energetic block, maybe there is some dis-ease that you are experiencing, now would be a very, very powerful moment for you to visualize this crystalline light powder entirely subsuming this area of your body. And notice, as for example, if you place it on your neck and your shoulders, notice how it is being absorbed by your skin. Your skin is sucking in these light codes, and they are being attracted to all areas of density within your body. And notice now how these light particles are interacting with that somewhat stuck energy. And it is becoming rather malleable, like when you have kneaded a bread dough, it becomes very, very malleable. Just notice now that any blocks, particularly in your shoulder areas or any area that you're working with, it could be your knee, it could be your foot, whatever area that you're working with, notice how these particles are interacting with this area, and they are activating a malleability. Just allowing this energy now to run for a few moments as you really use the power of your almighty intention to clear this stuck energy, to clear this blocked energy. count of 3, this process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. Just please observe now that there has been a distinct shift in this particular area of your body. And prior to this healing, it was actually quite inflamed and red. But you are now being shown that it has becoming translucent and flesh colored again. And this is just showing you that the energy has now shifted. Please take 3 deep breaths and seal this transformation, and know in the deepest level of your being that this shift has happened, that you are connecting with your higher self. You are becoming one with your higher self, and your higher self now is sending you all of the healing codes that you need to become one with your higher self, to heal all of the ailments that are most likely ancestral from past lifetimes. But it's time now, brothers and sisters, for us to do this very, very important work of clearing ourselves of all energetic blocks, all emotional stagnation, any physical trauma that has come from emotional blocks and stagnation. Now is the time. Please know, brothers and sisters, that we are working with very powerful ascension technology, and it is your duty to work with this technology out of the space or the out of the context of this transmission. You're being asked by your higher self to work with these visualizations in order to assist in your upgrade, your spiritual vibrational upgrade, that you may very, very quickly and efficiently become fully at one with your higher self. This is not the time where there is one leader that is guiding us. We are all leaders, and we are all the leaders in our own healing journey. And this is an invitation for you to take full responsibility for that. It is through your sacred imagination that you are able to recorrect all dis-ease, all blocked energies, all physical ailments. This is a thought universe that we live in. Every block in our energetic field was created by a thought, which became an emotion. That means that every ailment can be healed through changing our thoughts and committing to that new path. Please remember how powerful you are. Please remember that there is no higher spiritual authority other than you. You are a sovereign being. You are a daughter and a son of God. You must stop waiting for validation from outside of yourself, and you must now claim your sovereignty and claim your divinity. Waiting is a hallmark of 3rd and 4th dimensional consciousness. There is no waiting in 5th dimensional consciousness. And we arrive at 5th dimensional consciousness through a choice, through choosing to let go of our story, through choosing to let go of our identification with our victim story, by choosing to be vigilant about the thoughts that we think, the words that we speak. This is how we stabilize in 5th dimensional consciousness. And this is an invitation for you now to make a commitment to yourself to truly, truly stabilize and become one with your higher self, because your brothers and sisters need you. They need you to remember. And you promised them. You promised your family. You promised your loved ones. You promised your children that you would remember. And remembering is a choice. Just like faith. Faith is a choice. Enlightenment is a choice. Happiness is a choice. In your mind's eye now, please visualize yourself standing at the top of a golden staircase. We are now going to walk down these steps 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You find yourself now at the bottom of the golden stairs, and in front of you is a large white wooden door. See yourself now push this door open. And as you open this door, you find that you are opening the door into Glastonbury Tor. So please see yourself stepping out of this white door, and you find yourself at the top of Glastonbury Tor. And Glastonbury Tor is a hill. It's a medium-sized hill. And on top of the hill, there is a tower, and it is called St. Michael's Tower. So visualize yourself now dressed in white, and you and all of the brothers and sisters in this great circle are now making a circle all around Glastonbury Tor, knowing and remembering that Glastonbury Tor is the heart chakra of Mother Gaia. So get a sense now of you and all of your brothers and sisters holding hands. Just squeeze the hand of the person next to you and notice that you are all wearing bare feet and you are all dressed in beautiful white ceremonial clothing. Feel this amazing sense of excitement and anticipation that we are having such a deeply sacred experience. Feel the energy of excitement bubbling away in the circle. And as the energy is growing and getting stronger and stronger, you look down the hill and you notice that there is a beautiful goddess, and she has got very, very long red hair, and it's very curly red hair, and it comes down beyond her waist. And she is wearing a beautiful white, old-fashioned dress. I believe it's a Georgian dress that she's wearing from the Georgian era. So just notice now, feel the energy and the intuitive knowing that we are being approached by Bridget. Bridget is the guardian goddess of the British Isles. She is a very, very powerful divine feminine goddess who works as a gatekeeper and a guardian for this powerful portal that is the United Kingdom, where there are many, many sacred sites, many, many stone circles, many, many interdimensional portal points. She is guardian of this jewel in Gaia's crown, which is known as the British Isles, which is connected to Bridie, the goddess Bridie. So get a sense now of the beautiful goddess Bridie. She's walking up the hill, dressed in her beautiful, exquisite white gown. And notice now that she's about to enter just into our circle. And as she comes into our circle, she holds your hand. And just see that you and the person next to you make a break, and you allow Bridie's energy to come in. And just hold her beautiful, divine, feminine hand. Feel the softness. Feel the tininess of her divine, feminine beauty. She has small feminine hands. To hold her hand and just get a sense that Bridie, as you are holding her hand, that she's actually transmitting, she's sending out a pulse via her hand chakra, and it is a golden pulse. And just feel now that you are receiving that pulse, and it's activating an awakening within you of a very, very dormant strands of your DNA that have been not available for quite some time. So just please observe how this pulse is moving through the circle. This golden pulse that Bridie has sent forth is now being experienced by every single person in the circle. Please just take a moment to observe this pulse moving around the circle. And each person that has received this golden post becomes illuminated with a golden light. And this golden light is particularly focused around the heart area. So just look around the circle now at all of your brothers and sisters that are part of this transmission. And please notice that everyone's heart center has been deeply illuminated. At this point, Bridie steps forth and she shows you all that she is carrying a symbol of the Vesica Pisces. The Vesica Pisces are two rings that meet and merge, and in the center, they create an eye shape. So they overlap, and this is referred to as the Vesica Pisces. And this is symbolic of when the soul is created, and then it starts with one cell, and then it splits and becomes two cells. And that is the Vesica Pisces. So please just observe that Bridie is carrying these two golden circles that have fused to become one symbol of the Vesica Pisces. And she's now walking around the circle, and she's actually coming to you first. So just allow Bridie to stand in front of you, and notice that she starts doing some hand mudras. And on the count of three, she's going to blow the symbol of the Vesica Pisces into your heart center. Please observe now that your heart center is fully open and it is fully ready to receive the powerful symbol of the Vesica Pisces. The Vesica Pisces is the symbol that is most associated with divine partnership. It is the symbol that guarantees powerful, eternal, sacred union with your best friend in the entire universe. Please know that this is an extremely auspicious blessing to be receiving this at the time of imbolc by Bridget, the goddess Bridget, in Glastonbury Tor. It does not get any more holy or sacred than this. So on the count of three, please just observe Bridie. She's doing all these hand mudras. She's just in front of you. Feel the joy of Bridie as she really, really wishes to serve you so deeply. She knows what's coming. When she places this Vesica Pisces in your heart, she knows what's coming. And this is why she's so excited. She would like everyone to know that 2021 is the primary year for en masse twin soul sacred recognition and reunion. She's now working with these mudras to clear any blocks, any strands that are not in alignment with this template of this divine union. She is now clearing. Please visualize Bridie standing in front of you, activating these hand mudras, and she's also speaking a very ancient light language to you. On the count of three, we're now going to blow the Vesica Pisces symbol into your heart center. 1, 2, please observe how your heart is opening, fully opening to receive these codes. 3, Shuniana siena pikariana kia. Hio siena. Bridie is standing in front of you, and she has her hands in prayer position. And she's carrying a beautiful rainbow crystalline cape, which she wishes to give to you. So just allow yourself to receive this other gift from Bridie, this beautiful crystalline rainbow cape. And it actually also has a hood. So just see yourself placing this around you and bringing the hood up. And notice that as you place this cape all around you, you start receiving a deeper influx of these transformational frequencies that Bridie is wishing to emit upon you. Please bring your hands in prayer position, either in your imagination or in real time. This is now time to say thank you to Bridie. Now would be a good moment to make a promise to her, to truly be yourself, to entirely clear yourself of all false programming from the matrix. She wishes for you to become an embodiment of the Magdala, the one who carries the flame of Magdalene. Be you a masculine or feminine, this is a fire that rages within all. This is a fire that says, I am free, and there is no higher authority other than me. Please take a moment to assure Magdalene, who is also known as Bridie, they are one and the same. Please take a moment now to assure Bridget that you will commit to becoming truly, truly one with your higher self, to transcending entirely the need for any person's approval. You are a free and sovereign being, and you are a servant of love. At this point, Bridie steps back and she looks around at everyone in the circle. There are currently 467 people now doing this meditation. And she looks around at every single one of us. And she's so happy. Feel Bridie's joy. It is absolutely palpable. This is very, very important work, brothers and sisters, that we have been called to do for the entire collective. And this is connected to the reunification of all of the 144,000 twin souls that are predestined to come into physical union in this great lifetime. At this point, Bridie takes your hand and she asks you to guide everyone else in this great circle. So see yourself taking Bridie's hand, and she is taking you now to just underneath the tor. So she's taking you down the hill, and she's taking you to around the side of the hill. And as she takes you around the side of the hill, she stops at a particular area, and it just looks like a normal mound, but it does look different because there's a fairy ring there. So just notice that there is a circle of mushrooms, of large, they look like puffball mushrooms that are making a fairy ring just at the side of Glastonbury Tor. And as we are all standing there, Bridie just simply lifts up her hands and she waves her hand. And then all of a sudden, the side of the mound opens and it's like a door. It was a hidden door that the fairies were guarding. At this point, Bridget, she takes your hands and she guides you through this door, and suddenly you find yourself in a crystal tunnel. Underneath Glastonbury Tor is filled with crystals, quartz crystals. You are now being taken, you are a very, very privileged guest to come and visit the inner earth of Glastonbury Tor. So just notice now that Bridie is guiding you. She is guiding you through all of these very complex tunnel systems that are underneath Glastonbury Tor, and they are entirely made of crystals. So just visualize as you're walking through these tunnels that on either side is just pure quartz crystal. And notice that as you are moving through these tunnels, being guided by Bridie, you are also absorbing many, many important light codes that have been waiting underneath Glastonbury Tor for this auspicious time of 2021, whereby many, many twin flames will be coming into sacred union. So allow yourself to receive these beautiful light codes. And as you walk past them, it's almost like you're catching them. They're not physical, they're not solid, they're pure vibration. And as you move through the light codes, they become one with you and you absorb them. And these are light codes that will assist you so deeply to up level your vibration, to become one with your divine Christed self, to remember your divinity at every single moment of every single day. So allow yourself to move through these great complex tunnels. And notice now that Bridie is standing in front of a very, very large crystal door. In fact, it's two sliding crystal doors. And again, she waves her palm in front of the door, which activates the doors to simply slide open. And as this occurs, she then guides you into this very, very beautiful room. And this room is infused with amethyst and rose quartz. In fact, there are many, many crystals that are embedded within the seating area, the walls, the floor. The whole entire space is made from crystals, all manner of crystals. There is a predominant theme of amethyst and rose quartz, they seem to be the most predominant energies, but please know that this is a rainbow activated crystal room, and there are many, many different types of crystals, all bringing the frequencies of the rainbow. At this point, you are guided to come and sit down in a great circle, and so see yourself sitting on this beautiful pink rose quartz. It's like a very large bench that goes all the way around the space. Let's just give everyone a moment to come in. And as everyone now completes the circle, Bridie sits down cross-legged and she begins to meditate. Just take a moment to observe the goddess Bridget. Please observe her serenity and her beauty, her grace, her embodiment of the true divine feminine. Notice that she carries the mother energy, she carries the maiden energy, she carries the energy of the crone, she carries all the energies of every aspect of the divine feminine within her. She does not carry the energy of the aging crone because she has transcended the aging program. But please know that she carries the energy of the crone, which is the elder, the wise one. And as Bridget is meditating and it sends us all into a meditation. We instantly go into a very deep silent meditation. As this is occurring, the door opens again and in come our beautiful Arcturian brothers and sisters. And like many of the transmissions, we are being visited by a masculine, very tall Arcturian who has a large blue head, a very large feminine Arcturian who also has a very large head. And we are being contacted and visited by a very small Arcturian, like maybe 3 feet. So just notice how these three beings have now walked into the room, and they bring such ecstatic joy and rapture and incredible excitement. It's a bit like being at the best party in the entire universe. Just conjure up that excitement feeling. And as the Arcturians enter the space, they start activating many light codes that are within this particular room. So just notice now there are many light codes, and they're actually rainbow light codes, and they're flashing and they're activating. But what they are doing is they are warming everyone up for the next stage of this journey. So just allow yourself to receive all these flashes of light, knowing that they are actually working specifically on your pineal gland, and they are assisting your pineal gland to fully decalcify, to fully return back to its most optimum, large, healthy state. So just observe how these codes are actually interacting with your pineal gland. They're specifically related and being magnetized towards this particular area of your consciousness. We're just going to run this energy for a few minutes, brothers and sisters. On the count of 3, this pineal gland activation will be complete. 1, 2, 3. At this point, all the flashes of light just cease. And the Arcturians are very, very confident that you have all received this very important upgrade. And they would like to remind you that it's very, very powerful to do this transmission again at another time, to reinforce and create a solidity with these new patterns that are being implemented now into your energetic field. It would serve every single one of us well to do this entire transmission again. At this point, the very short Arcturian heads over to you, and he very sweetly and very lovingly invites you to take his Arcturian hand, and you know that he is a master being of the very, very, very highest order. And you are very privileged to be in his presence, and you know that. You're very, very humbled to be in his presence. And at this stage, you take his hand and just allow yourself to be guided into the very, very center of the space. At this point, the Arcturian guide, he takes you into the center of the space, and he asks you to lie down on the ground, which is actually the crystal ground. And there are all manner of exquisite crystals that are underneath the ground that are sending up very, very important information to you for the next part of this transformation. So just visualize yourself lying on this warm floor, and it's all very ergonomic. There's a lovely place for your head, there's a place for your elbows. It's all very perfect. It was made for this exact moment. So just see yourself just settling into your new position as you lie on the floor. And at this point, as you are lying down in your position, the feminine Arcturian she comes and she sits down and she holds your head, which is around your ears area. She just holds your head. And notice that the masculine, very tall Arcturian, he comes forward and he begins to hold your feet. He's actually connecting with your feet chakra. So just allow yourself to be in the presence of these very, very, very powerful beings. At this point, the very short Arcturian, he comes forward and he starts hovering his hand, his right hand, just above your solar plexus chakra. And you notice that as he's holding his hand above your solar plexus chakra, he's actually sending forth a golden radiation light that is absolutely infused with extraordinary Christ codes, God consciousness, pure, absolute, divine, heavenly love. So he's now holding this ray of light, and it's actually activating a heat process within your body. And what it is doing is it's calling any strands of your DNA patterning that are still locked within their kernel position. Very, very good way to visualize DNA is to visualize the two-strand DNA being like a hard kernel, and the 12-strand DNA is being the popcorn. So just observe now how he's holding his hand over your solar plexus, and this heat now is attracting all of those hard kernels, and all of those hard kernels are receiving the energies of this healing, of this upgrade. So just notice now that many of these kernels are being accessed within your field, and there are more than we thought, to be honest. But it doesn't matter, because you're going through this upgrade now. So what's happening is that the feminine Arcturian begins to telepathically explain to you that we are working to activate all of the age regeneration codons within your DNA. She's explaining that these codons are activated as soon as the DNA comes out of its hard kernel form, and it transforms into its fluffy popped corn. She's explaining to you that once this process occurs, this means that you have fully transcended the archonic false matrix program that actually happened at the time of Atlantis. So now that you know exactly what's going on, we're going to activate this popping momentum. So on the count of three, we're going to observe many kernels within our physical vessel beginning to pop. 1, 2, 3. Notice now in your toes the popping is happening. In your ankles. Notice now the popping is moving up your legs, especially in your knee area. There's a lot of popcorn happening in your knee area. And as it moves up your body, it's getting faster and faster. There's a huge amount of activation taking place now. Please take a moment to visualize if you're a mother, please visualize your child, so that he or she can receive this upgrade. Know that this is also connected to their higher self and their ascension journey. This is an ancestral lineage blessing that we are experiencing now. Notice around your heart area, there is much popping activity taking place. In fact, all of your energy centers, there's been a lot of this constricted third dimensional energy, and it's now just popping. Notice now that the Arcturian Divine Feminine, she is sending a blast of light through your crown center, which is really going to send the necessary information to activate the final blast. Please observe all of the three Arcturians are working so intensely with you, with such intent, with such exquisite intent to serve you. On the count of three, the popping momentum will be complete. 1, 2. Please visualize all around your neck and your back area, all of the popping. 3. The final momentum is now being activated. And just like having a healing session with a shaman, just notice how the small Arcturian and the large Arcturian male step back, and all of a sudden the feminine Arcturian, she begins to wave her hands all over your body, and she's like, it's almost like she's giving your energy field a sweep. Very, very important part of the sealing of this activation now, brothers and sisters. Just allow her to sweep away any attachments to the third dimensional matrix, any attachments to ancestral programming, any attachments to wanting to be a good girl or good boy, to go against your true self in order to please third dimensionally asleep and humans. She's cleaning it all away now. She's cleaning away all the false idea of every single thing that is associated with aging. She knows that these age regeneration codons have been fully activated within your energetic field. On the count of three, this process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. She has now completely, entirely swooped your energetic field. And as she's an Arcturian, it's already just transmuted. She is a transmuter. And so it's been automatically transmuted. So just feel the incredible joy and jubilation of your Arcturian guides, who feel an enormous sense of relief, because they know that how it works is that the macro is a mirror of the micro. And as we work on this individualized level, we are sending forth that instruction into the macro, the entire Earth matrix field. So just get a sense of their ecstatic joy at us at the fact that we are doing this great work. Please repeat the words: all of my age regeneration codons have been activated. All of the codons in my DNA have now been activated to regenerate. All of the codons in my DNA have now been activated to regenerate. All of the codons in my DNA have now been activated to regenerate. You are being asked by the Arcturian brothers and sisters to be very, very mindful of the language that you use when it comes to aging, to use language that does not support the aging paradigm, to use language that supports the truth that you are an eternal and most beloved child of Mother, Father, God. And you have been designed at a blueprint level to exist in these vessels for however long you intend, for at least up to 2,000 years. And that is the truth. So please take that on board now as your truth. This is very, very important, brothers and sisters, for all of our future generations, that we entirely clean out this false dark program. At this point, everyone around you in the entire circle starts clapping, and all of the Arcturians, they also start clapping, because the process is now complete. You have done the great work that you promised your twin flame, your brothers and sisters, everyone in your ancestral lineage, and all your future generations to come. You have now fulfilled that promise, and you are fulfilling that promise. And this is why everyone is clapping. So just allow yourself to receive this acknowledgement for the fact that you have showed up for this most important work on this most auspicious day. And you are guided to go back to your seat and just look around you at your brothers and sisters and notice how everyone looks absolutely amazing. Everyone has definitely looks a lot younger, a lot healthier, a lot more vibrant. Everyone looks like they have greater levels of vitality, of wellness. So just bask in the glory of the presence of all of your brothers and sisters that are emanating glorious well-being and health back to you. Remembering that this is what we've signed up for, brothers and sisters. It ends with us. This third dimensional hell matrix ends with us. It's over. We're moving into the truth now, heaven on earth, all God's angels in our awakened state. And as we all sit down in that great, beautiful room, just notice how we all just intuitively just want to hold hands with each other and feel the beautiful presence of Bridget, feel the presence of all of our Arcturian guides, and just feel the serenity of sitting in this circle in silence with all of these great beings, all of your brothers and sisters that are looking so healed and in such perfect health and well-being. Please take 3 deep breaths now and seal the memory of this knowing into your deepest selves, that you are healed, that all of the codons in your DNA have been activated to support your full regeneration. At this point, Bridie stands up and she lets everyone know that it's time for us to leave this great chamber. But she informs us that we can always visit this great chamber. Whenever we come with love and in service, we can always enter this great chamber. At this point, Bridie walks to the door and she's holding your hand and you are guiding everyone else. And she waves her hand in front of the crystal white glass door, and the door slides open. And notice again now that we are moving through that crystal tunnel system. And this time there are many, many rainbow light codes. They're actually an upgraded form of light codes from when we went in, because they were quite golden, those light codes. These are now rainbow light codes. So just allow yourself to absorb any of those light codes that have been stored waiting in the heart chakra of Gaia for you. They've been waiting for you. So please receive any ones that you need. You can accumulate some of them to give away at a later date for your friends and family. But it's a good opportunity to absorb some light codes now and allow them into your field, knowing that they are pure love, pure light. Find yourself now coming up to the top of this underground chamber through the tunnel system, and Bridie, she waves her hand again and the mound opens and you find yourself again, all of us, and we are making a circle around the fairy ring, the ring of mushrooms, of puffball mushrooms. And just look around the circle, all your brothers and sisters, look how beautiful they look. Look how clear, how vibrant, how alive, how angelic, how happy, how joyful, how deep, how awakened. All your brothers and sisters shining, emanating such a glorious vibrations. And at this point, Bridie shows you that there is something more that meets the eye that she wishes to show you. She would like to show you that opposite you in the circle is your divine counterpart. And your divine counterpart has manifested in his or her higher dimensional form, specifically connected to the work that you have just done. So just observe opposite you in this beautiful circle, your divine counterpart. And your eyes are completely locked into each other. And it's almost like a physical, tangible lock. Just feel that sense of relief of knowing that they're here. And just observe how you are both now being magnetized towards each other. And this circle is probably around 10 meters in diameter. So just visualize now your divine counterpart and you are like magnets, and you are being drawn and magnetized towards each other. And as you get within about 2 meters of each other, just notice how a white pillar of light descends down from the heavens, a beautiful white pillar of light. And on the count of 3, you and your divine counterpart are going to take one more step towards each other. 1, 2, 3. You find yourself now, and you are both unified in this pillar of light. And notice how your energies begin to merge from your base center, feeling that merge, from your sacral, feeling the merge, solar plexus, feeling the merge, heart center, feeling the merge, throat chakra, feeling the merge, third eye center, feeling the merge, crown center, feeling the merge. Just get a sense now how your energetic field has completely unified with your divine counterpart. And you are beginning, you've locked into each other in the 0 point now. And just observe how you are spiraling as these two crystalline spirals of light, white light, that are spiraling up and down the pillar of light. And just please accelerate the momentum that these two spirals of light are moving up and down the 0 point field. And as they move up and down, they become one spiral of light. Please visualize these two spirals of light becoming one spiral of light. We are now being asked to visualize this pillar of light within our own spinal column. Please visualize this pillar of light within your own spinal column, and visualize these two spirals of light moving up and down your spinal column. And in this great and fast momentum, they are becoming one spiral of light. As you are activating the Hieros Gamos, the inner alchemical marriage of you and your divine counterpart on all planes of consciousness. If you wish, you can send a telepathic message to your divine counterpart as you are merging, such as, I am so grateful for you. We are now in sacred union. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, for unifying us. I give thanks to all of the angels that we are now in sacred union. This would be a very powerful affirmation to repeat whilst you are visualizing this powerful merge. On the count of 3, this merge will be complete. 1, 2, 3. Please take 3 deep breaths, brothers and sisters, and seal the knowing of this divine union in every cell, every molecule, every strand of your being. Breathe in the knowing that you are in sacred union with your divine counterpart, your best friend throughout the whole of eternity, the one who would never have returned if you were not here, the one that you have been telepathically connected to since the moment of your birth. the one that you want to spend every minute of every second of every day of your life with, the one that God created as your eternal best friend. We're being invited now to bring our awareness back to the tips of our fingers, tips of our toes, tips of our nose. Meditation is now complete, brothers and sisters. There's absolutely no rush to come back to the room, no rush at all. But whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. Well done, guys. We did it. Hi, Lisa. Just reading all your messages. That's beautiful, guys. There are many, many rivers, and they all are one as they flow into the ocean. They mingle and become part of one another. One big stream as they flow into the ocean, flowing and flowing free. Flowing free, flowing free, flowing free. We are many, many people, and we all are one as we flow into the rainbow. We mingle and become part of one another. One family as we flow into the ocean, flowing and flowing free, flowing free, flowing free, flowing free. We are many, many people, and we all are one as we flow into the ocean, mingle and become part of one another. One family as we flow into the ocean, flowing and flowing free, flowing free, flowing free, flowing free. There are many, many rivers, and they all are one as they flow into the ocean. They mingle and become part of one another. One big stream as they flow into the ocean, flowing and flowing free, flowing free, flowing free, flowing free. We are many, many people, and we all are one as we flow into the rainbow. We mingle One family as we flow into the ocean, flowing and flowing free, 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 flowing free. Roots so deep, our roots so strong, our roots hold on forever. Hold on, stand firm on solid ground. Let your roots go way deep down. Have no fear, for the Heavenly Father is here. Let your wisdom fill your soul, for the living word is being told. Stand up high, for the Heavenly Mother is nigh. My roots are strong, my heart is open in the spirit of devotion. Jah, carry me across the ocean. My roots are strong, my heart is open in the spirit of devotion. Jah, carry me across the ocean. So into the heavenly sea, there standeth the holy tree of life, Jah, holy one of creation, radiates eternal love and light into eternity. There standeth the holy tree of life and the holy one of creation. By the strength of eternal life, stand firm on solid ground. Let your roots go way deep down. Have no fear, for the Heavenly Father is here. Let your wisdom fill your soul, for the living word is being told. Stand up high, for the Heavenly Mother is nigh. My roots are strong, my heart is open in the spirit of devotion. Jah, carry me across the ocean. My roots are strong, my heart is open in the spirit of devotion. Jah, carry me across the ocean. Mother, carry me across the ocean. So into eternity, there standeth the holy tree of life, Jah, holy one of creation, radiates eternal love and light into eternity. There standeth the holy tree of life, Jah, holy one of creation, radiates eternal love and light, yeah. My roots are strong, my heart is open in the spirit of devotion. Jah, carry me across the ocean. My roots are strong, my heart is open in the spirit of devotion. Jah, carry me across the ocean. Mother, carry me across the ocean. Our roots so deep, our roots so strong, our roots hold on forever. Hold on, our roots. Big eye guys. Who's that? Do you know Dagan? He's got a band. I know Dagan. I've known Dagan for 20 years. Love the Jamaican accent. Well, I'm singing it how he wanted it to sing. Plays mandolin. Yeah, I know, Dagan. Yes. There you go, guys. So, I want to read some of your messages because once I turn this video off, I won't be able to read all your messages. So let's just see what you've all said. Can you all hear me all right? What a palaver, eh, in the beginning. That was because it was so big. Always, whenever there's big work, we always get a little bit of interference. We don't want to affirm that, but sometimes it does happen that we get a little bit of interference. Beautiful energies. My name is Bridget. So it feels like such divine timing to receive light codes. Oh my God, we've got a Bridget on the call, guys. Bridget Donnelly. Hiya, Bridge. Thank you and to all who participated. It was amazing, wasn't it, guys? It was so I absolutely loved that. That was absolutely incredible. I felt as a transmission, it was really, really bonding for us, wasn't it? It was like really bonding for the group, wasn't it? Also, does anyone say like seriously? It was. Om Namah Shivaya. That was so beautiful, so powerful when we have technical issues. Yeah, felt my first chakra strongly. Thank you so much. Love you, Jen. Aw. Bridge the gap. Thank you, Jen. Beautiful. Thank you, Jen. It was beautiful and amazing. Oh, he's from Cheshire. I did his Reiki masters. Lol. Candice Duval. Oh, I'm glad you found us, Candice. We do have, we've had the odd issues with people trying to get on. But can you all hear me all right? I've got to be really close to the mic. So what was I going to say? Announcements. Jen Marley. And the popcorn was interesting. Met a woman called Mary Magdalene at the Well of Glastonbury today. Okay, you can't make it up. Oh, Tashi's here. Love you, Tashi. Oh, so beautiful reading all your messages, guys. Can you hear me all right? How many times have I said, can you hear me? Does anyone know? Has anyone counted? Yes, we can hear you. Oh, thank God for that. I am. Book. Right. Yes. So the thing is, I've written a book, guys. It's an amazing book. Do you want to hear a little bit from it? Oh, so lovely reading these comments. Yes. So guys, my book is going to be published on the 14th of February, 2021. And it's such an exciting process. It's amazing. I think it's the best thing I've ever done, except for have my boy, have my spiritual awakening, and have my boy. It's like the next best thing I've ever done. Like it's up there with the most amazing things I've ever done in my entire life is to create this book. And I'm so excited. I'm buzzing about the book. Like, oh my God. So yeah, I've been getting loads of feedback. Have you seen the feedback, guys? I mean, holy macaroni. Somehow I've got to process that. Like people are like getting really activated. The book is amazing so far from what I've read. Can you post this after? Yeah, it will be posted after. Pre-orders. Oh, I don't know about that. Thank you, Jen. That was so amazing as usual with all your meditations. I saw scalar waves, DNA, and infinity symbols as my DNA upgraded, vibrating head to toe. Oh my God. Can you say where we can buy your book? It's going to be sold on Amazon on the 14th of February on Valentine's Day. Oh. Oh. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that, guys. Do you want to hear? Is it the moment to hear a chapter from not a chapter, a little paragraph? Go on then. We'll give you a little paragraph. All right. I was shown that Mother Father God places the Book of Gnosis or knowledge very safely and firmly within the Divine Feminine's heart, as Mother Father God has decreed that the Divine Feminine to be a living multidimensional portal in the sense that she has been governed with the ability to bring souls from the unseen realms into the seen realm. Because she has been granted this extraordinary spiritual gift, this puts the Divine Feminine in the role of mother, the one that carries the mother energy. The mother energy in its healthy form is all about being in service at all times to all souls. I was shown that Mother Father God places the Book of Gnosis firmly in the etheric field or the heart space of the Divine Feminine. And if she has signed up to experience the full ascension of her consciousness in this lifetime, then she will at some point be triggered to fully awaken. And when she fully awakens, she will align with all of the codes of remembrance of the truth that she promised her Divine Masculine that she would awaken first through the purification of her egoic consciousness through the portal of her heart, and that she would remember that she is a divine feminine daughter of God. She promised him that she would remember that she is a spiritual protector of the highest order for her divine masculine. And she will also remember that more often than not, on a soul level within the soul unit, that it was the divine feminine who had the courage to reincarnate first back into this very challenging matrix realm. I was shown in the vast majority of cases that it was the divine feminine who promised that she would awaken first, and in her awakening connect spiritually and telepathically with her twin flame, and that the divine masculine is a conduit and a channel of spirit. That's it, guys. There's just absolutely loads, but that is basically some of it. And that isn't the edited version, because the edited version is with Pippa, and she's just doing the final little polish up, and it's going to be amazing. But the feedback that I've received so far is really, really powerful. So that's very, very exciting. Book's going to be published on the 14th of February. It's going to be in Amazon. I'm having big meetings at the moment with media companies, and we really, really are getting the word out there. So yeah, it's got a workbook to go along with it. It's going to be amazing. So I think that what I'm going to do, guys, is facilitate this transmission. Wow. Oh, nice comments. I think I'm gonna because I always facilitate a transmission. Oh, look, I'm just reading your messages. Our parents had similar taste in names. Diane Rain, Diana Lane. That's so funny. So filled with truth and love. Thank you, Jen. You're so loved. Me as well, Zoe. Oh, I needed this so much to fear the world around me. Oh, Lisa, don't be afraid, Lisa, because fear exists when you're like not in the present moment. When you're in the present moment, there's no fear. Like there's like whatever happens, even if someone was like bashing on your door to hurt you, in this moment you would be able to deal with that. You would be able to say no, you'd be able to call the police, you'd be able to, like, whatever happens in the moment you can deal with. You are wired for survival. It's only when we go into thoughts of the future or the past, or that's only when we get the anxiety and fear. And that's why we have to commit to this path of spiritual mastery, so that we can like really, really anchor our consciousness in the present moment. Like, this is where the 5D party is at, brothers and sisters. It's in the present moment. You might think it's with your twin flame. You might think that you've got to go traveling here or traveling there, or be with this person or be with that person. It's simply not true. I'm sorry I don't know, like, don't want to disappoint anyone, but that's not actually what you're looking for. You're looking for you. You're looking for your divinity, your divine self, your divine alignment with who you truly are. You're looking to basically adjust your consciousness to stabilize in fifth dimensional consciousness, where there's no more lack. There's no more lack. There's no more waiting. There's just pure offering, pure service, pure gratitude, pure blessings, laughter, celebration. I mean, also in 5D, it's not like you are like a child. And so if something happens, you have an intense release in that moment. You don't carry it like, it's like you're constantly cleaning, you're constantly purging, because if you're at 5D consciousnness, you're still on the 3D. You're still going to be like, there's all kind of stuff that's coming at you in 3D, and you have to clear that. You have to purge that. Don't want to give people the, it's an impression. It's always, but you in yourself, there's no more begging God for something outside of yourself to come and take away your pain or to give you that alignment. That is gone forever. There's just pure knowing that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have everything. Where I'm at, guys, and this is the honest truth. I am the cake. I am every single bit of flour, every single raisin, every single bit of sugar, absolutely everything in that cake. I'm the cake. I'm also the icing on top. I'm also all of the cherries. I'm that. And you know what my beloved is? He's going to come and sprinkle a few little hundreds and thousands. So I'm not searching for a few hundred and thousands. Ultimately, we are searching for ourselves. This is absolute truth. She's 1 in a million, trillion, billion. Do you know what I mean, guys? And so, like, you can only go into anxiety and fear when you're not present. So that's showing you, that's like your higher self's way of saying, I'm not present, I'm feeling a bit anxious, I'm feeling a bit scared. It means you're not present. So then you need to then bring yourself present. My book's going to help you all, guys. My book's going to be an absolute game changer for the whole world. It really, really is. I mean, everyone that's read it so far has had full-on transformation, like deep transformation within their being. Haven't you, Zoe? You've read the whole thing. You've actually felt like you've experienced I don't want to speak for you, but what I'm trying to gauge from what Zoe's fed back to me, it's like you're wearing your third dimensional costume, and then you read the book, and then slowly the book's helping you get out of your third dimensional costume, And what it's doing is it's activating all the cells and the DNA and the codes within you to start creating your fifth dimensional costume. So it's like a transformational cuddle from within. So powerful. I can't even explain. Yeah, it's a sacred scripture. It really, really is, and it's going to it's a big part of the collective ascension. I know that because it's not like a normal book. Like in a normal book, you get like blah 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 bits, don't you? Like, oh, blah 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 blah. That bit's a bit boring. I'll skip that bit. There's no blah blah blah. There's like not one single line or one sentence is blah blah blah. You could just literally just go into it and pull out any line, and it's like boom, 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 boom. Every line. I swear to God. And you can't put it down once you start. Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful hearing. There's loads of people here on the street team. Can you get it anywhere else other than Amazon? Yeah, I will be selling it in other places other than Amazon. Don't know yet, but also I'm going to be creating a hard copy. And in the hard copy, it's going to be a completely different offering. It's going to be a very, very high level offering, and it's going to be pure white and gold. And I'm going to have like loads and loads of my light codes. Where are my light codes? I normally have my light codes around, but I'm going to like infuse it with all my light codes. I channel these Pleiadian light codes. So yeah, I'm gonna bring through this other book with loads and loads of codes and loads of activations in it as well. But so I'm also bringing through this workbook that goes alongside the book, and it's a way, because the book is so much information and it does transform you, but the workbook is exercises that are literally going to train you to to stabilize in higher consciousness. Basically, it's like a training program. And all the meditations and the exercises are very, very powerful, and it's everything that I've used to stabilize. I had trouble getting on, but feeling blessed to be part of this. Thank you. Definitely going for the hard copy. Zoe, I'll be giving you about 10 hard copies for free. Oh, can't wait for the book. I still want to meet you in Avalon. I want the hard copy, please. When will that be available? We've got to start saving up for the hard copy, guys, because this is going to be a very, very classy offering. Very, very high level offering. Like, I don't even know. We met this book the other day. It's called The Abundance Codes. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is what I want to create. I can't remember the author, but it's called The Abundance Codes. And it's like my very, very similar to my idea. I was absolutely blown away when I saw it. I was like, oh my God. The workbook is a hard copy. No, it's not. Congratulations on your book. Thank you. Need the workbook. It's amazing. God bless you, sister. I much prefer a hard copy. We've got to start saving up for the hard copies, guys, because they're not going to be cheap. I'm telling you that now. So just want to say to everyone who catches this on the replay and everyone else that this powerful and sacred work is offered on an energetic exchange basis. And I request for you to make a donation. And if you can't, that's absolutely fine. Just let me or Zoe know, and just to stay in integrity. It's very important that we all stay in integrity. There's many things I do for free, many videos, many meditations, many things. But this is particularly offered on an exchange basis. So so long as you stay in communication, it's absolutely fine. There is a pay it forward, like, so no worries, just let's all stay in our hearts. Just wanted to say that. Yeah, I've got the Sophia Code by Kiara. Many triggers are filling me with fear about what will happen after the vaccine. Don't even go into the timeline about the vaccine, Lisa. Why are you thinking about that? Right, okay, listen, guys. Now, there's this whole thing going on with the vaccine and our parents and what have you. And, at the end of the day, I said to my mum, I was like, my mum said, oh, Jen, I think, we're all quite looking forward to the vaccine. And I was like, Mum, I actually feel quite nervous. And I rarely feel nervous. But when she said that, I got quite nervous. And I spoke to her the next day and I said, Mum, I never get nervous, but I did get nervous when you said to me about the vaccine. I said, I'm happy if you want to get the vaccine, so long as you promise me that you research and you find out exactly what ingredients that they are placing inside that vaccine and exactly what that does. and also side effects, that you really do some proper research to find out if there's what side effects people are having. And I said, and if you can come back to me and be really happy with what you have found, I will support you to take it, but I am not okay with you just blindly taking it. And then my mum said to me, she was like, oh Jen, I didn't realize you know upset you so much, I won't take it. That's what she said. And I was like, oh my god, brilliant, that was a bit of a result. But anyway, that's what I think. We need to be having that conversation. I also think to myself that, no, this is a bit radical, but say, for example, like a younger person like wanted to take it, that you're guardian of, like, so say an 18, 19, 16, 17, 18, 19-year old offspring of yours was like, oh, I want to go traveling, I want to get the vaccine or anything like that. What I would say is that I'm not prepared to spend the rest of my life looking after a vaccine injured person. I personally do not approve of it. And I think it's poisonous. I think it's damaging. And I think it's the worst thing that you could possibly do. And I refuse to spend the rest of my life looking after a vaccine injured person. So if you really want to do it, then you have to go and make sure that you've got care in place, whether that's a hospice, whether that's your grandparents, whether that's someone else. Because if there's a case where you are injured, I am not giving up my life to look after you. So that's what I'm going to say. It's your choice, but I'm not. Jen speaking code. Well, okay, Maxine. But anyway, doesn't matter if we go off this. It doesn't matter. We'll just go on to Rumble. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'd say. And it's up to you. But I'm not gonna, and I think that will make that person really think twice. Don't you think, guys? Maxine, I will. Okay, it's all right. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm totally protective, guys. Don't worry. No. If you've made a donation, you don't have to make one donation for one transmission. I had to let it go, as my parents have had it. I can't be attached to it. That's another thing. It's like, if our parents do decide to have it, that's between them and God. Like, the way I see it, it's a bit like Russian roulette. Not everyone's having an adverse reaction. So if someone that we love is doing it, then that's between them and God. It's nothing to do with you. You don't know about their journey, their relationship with God, and what they've got planned for their next lifetime and their next incarnation and what have you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's between them and God. So, yeah. Restaurants are paying employees to take it. Oh my God. Save up. So I wish I could afford to buy. Now that is a very third dimensional comment. That is like, you've forgotten that we live in an abundant universe, and that your consciousness is all powerful. And if you say to the universe, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you could get a check in the post tomorrow. Your parents could ring you, say, oh, I've just got this inheritance tax back. You could get something else. You say, oh, a dividend has just come back. We don't live in a limited universe, guys. And I'm never ever gonna sort of like, adhere to your own limitations. I'm never gonna be like, oh, poor you, oh, you can't afford it, or whatever. No, that's a story. That's a story. Like, everyone has to realize that we live in an infinite universe, and you are God incarnate. Do you not think you can manifest like 50 quid or £100 or money? You can do anything. It's ridiculous that we're even having this conversation. This is just the third dimensional program has just really done a number on everyone. But the truth is, there's absolutely no limitation. You're a powerful being. You just have to say, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to do this. I have the money to do this. I have the money to do this. And you stand in that vibration. You act as if it's going to happen. And you put down this third dimensional costume that says that, that the reality is what is before you. That's not how God works. How could God go and create universe if God was just like, oh, well, there's just that. It's just that. This is reality. You have to use your imagination. Like, we are creative beings, brothers and sisters. Checks in the post, exactly. Oh, Lisa, darling, right, oh, they won't let you message in, Lisa, because you've sworn. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, there's no limitations, guys. It's like it's time for us to drop this story now. It's all a story. Like, your job is to be empty. My job is to be empty. My job is not to be filled with all these limited programs and filters and ideas and false notions. That's not the ticket to the fifth dimensional party. The ticket to the fifth dimensional party is just being empty, being free, not having this, I've had this experience of terrible relationships, or I've never usually have money to do this, that, and the other. Like, that's all part of your story. That's not being empty. At some point, you have to put your story down. I had to put my story down. I know all about stories, brothers and sisters. At some point, you have to put your story down, and you have to choose to show up as an extraordinarily powerful creator. So that got a little bit triggered by that person who said about income. Unfortunately, disability, no, it isn't. That's a thought, Diane. That's a thought. Like, if you believe that, sweetheart, I fully honor you. I honor whatever it is that you believe, because you're a God being. I'm not arguing with you. I'm certainly not arguing with anyone for their limitations. I'm just offering another possibility that it may look quite stuck in a certain area, but that's not how God works. And that's not how the universe works. And so maybe your income is stuck because you're stuck. And maybe if you unstick your mind, your income will unstick. Maybe you might have a conversation with someone that said, oh, wow, you're an amazing artist. I'm looking for an illustrator for my next book. I can give you $10,000. I know it's going to sell 1 million. And you'd be like, oh, wow. Like, whatever it is, that there's no limits. Who knows? It could be gifted to you. That is exactly right. It could be gifted to you. No limits. Or if you have limits, I love you. I'm never going to judge anyone with limits. Never, ever. I respect you. I respect your opinion. I really, really do. Oh, Lisa said, I still remember you talking about letting go of your story, that you stopped waiting for God to say, wow, Jen, you've done a great job. Yeah, I did wait. I did stop for that. I did give up that. All right, guys. Well, this is going on quite long now. So basically, the next transmission is going to be the 14th of February. I'm gonna be my launch date of the book. I've got a Joe Pina. I've got an amazing webinar with him on the 11th. That's a very, very powerful sort of like teaching kind of journey that we go on. Where this is kind of like a meditation. That this is more like a teaching, if you like. So what else is going on? Zoe, what else have we got going on, hum? The volume was a bit low. Oh my God. You look very pretty. Oh. Affirmations, wonderful. Etymology of words. I love your energy and transmission. Transmission again. Yeah, transmission again on the 14th of February. I appreciate your guidance. Unconditional love. Oh, thank you. Very enjoyable. And then we'll obviously do the transmission on the 3/3. Then we're going to do the transmission on the 21st of the equinox. Then we're going to do the 4/4. Then we'll probably do an Easter transmission. Then we'll do a 5/5. Then we'll do a 6/6. Then we'll do a solstice transmission. Then we'll do a 7/7. We'll do a probably a day out of time transmission. Then we'll do the 8/8 Lionsgate, and then we'll do the 9/9 transmission. It's all going to go on. No matter whatever happens, if I reach stratospheric fame, guys, I am still going to show up for these transmissions. I promise you, whatever happens, I am so deeply committed. But we'll probably just have loads more people joining us. Oh yeah, Magenta. That's I've got to release my video about Laura, with Laura and Eleanor Dannon. She's amazing, guys. Check out Eleanor Dannon. So I've really got to post that. I'm going to post that tomorrow up on my YouTube. It's this really, really powerful video. Kind of, damn, I forgot to do it. What's the title of my book? Is Twin Flames and the Event. Great abundance and love from Montana. Any more talks with Magenta? Oh yeah, and basically, right, I'll tell you very, very quickly. So what I've decided to do, Zoe, you're going to be like, oh really? I can't remember this, Jen. But anyway, what I've decided to do, because the book is so powerful and it's creating like a lot of transformation in all the readers, I'm creating my Mighty membership as with 3 levels. And the first level is going to be for everyone that's read the book. So that's going to be like a very sort of like basic level. And then I'm going to be really present in the group. And it's going to be like a membership forum where we can all share our experiences and transformations. And it's almost like we can record our journey of working with the book, like the dreams that we have, the synchronicities we have, the insights, the emotional release, because it's like it's a real like it holds a light frequency, like a really powerful light frequency. And so when you allow that light frequency into your vessel, it does start bringing up like the old stuff that needs to be cleared. So it's actually going to be a support group for everyone that's read the book and who is going through that their own massive ascension process, their massive awakening process, and all of the bliss that comes with that, but also the work that comes with that, which is the clearing and the purging, and that can be like emotional and whatever. So it's just creating a space where everyone that's read the book can come together and support each other. And then the second tier will be like a meeting with me, question and answers. We'll have a nice little thing after transmissions. I'm getting a bit proper now, guys, because I've got Zoe on my side, and she's like, Jen, you got to do this, do that, and because we're gonna be professional. Because I've basically winged it, haven't I? I've winged it. I haven't really known about running a business like this, and now I'm sort of, getting support with creating structures and things like that. So then we're going to have a second and then a third level, and then you can do whatever you want. I'm going to be present in all of the three like membership groups. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to opening that up. That will probably be launching on the day of the book, I reckon. New website's going to be up and running. Yeah, that's true. Yes, it's a Zoom webinar info coming in the group. Don't know about that. What did your soul really feel, Steph? What particular bit? You are the vine. Oh, I'm sure that's a compliment. Are fish and chips considered twin flames? I think they would be considered earthly twin flames. Right, guys. On that note, I think we're gonna like wrap it up right around there. And thank you all so much for being on this journey with me. And yeah, love you all so much. Strawberries and cream. Oh, I love you all so much, guys. You're so beautiful. All right, so I've got loads of people waiting for me to send them this. They're waiting. They want to do the 221, the 22, so I'm going to have to go. I love you all, brothers and sisters. Let me get rid of that for now. Namaste, and thank you all so much for being on this journey with me. And I hope you can hear me say goodnight. And I love you all. I really, really do. And I'm so grateful for all of you. So, namaste.